Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Goswami Prabhupada was born in Puri, India, on 6th February 1874 at 3:30 p.m. Puri is one of the holiest places in India, known for the famous temple of Lord Jagannath. It is also where Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu spent 18 years deeply immersed in devotion to Krishna. Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's birth in Puri is considered especially significant because of a prophecy in the ancient Padma Purana. This text states that in the age of Kali, 4 Vaishnav traditions, which help purify the world, will emerge in Purushottam Kshetra in the region of Utkala, Orissa. He was born in a rented house where his parents lived, surrounded by the sounds of devotional singing and chanting, as they were devoted followers of Krishna. The house belonged to Sri Ramchandra Arya, a wealthy businessman from Calcutta, who had built it on leased land from a local monastery. The house was on Grand Road, near the Jagannath temple. At birth, his umbilical cord was wrapped around his body like a sacred thread, leaving a permanent mark. As a baby, his head appeared unusually large because of his highly developed brain. Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's father Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a great Vaishnav teacher, also known as Sri Kedarnath Dutt. He was an ideal householder, managing a large family while also serving as a high-ranking government officer. Despite his busy life, he was deeply devoted to Krishna. Every evening after work, he would eat, sleep for a few hours, from 8 p.m. to midnight, and then spend several hours writing. Through this discipline, he authored over 100 books in Sanskrit, Bengali, and English. He also spread Krishna consciousness to both scholars and common people and played a key role in rediscovering and restoring Lord Chaitanya's birthplace in Mayapur. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur revived Gaudiya Vaishnavism after it had declined for nearly 300 years. During this time, most people practiced it without real understanding, and dishonest groups misrepresented its teachings. As a result, many educated people rejected it. Most who called themselves Vaishnavas actually belonged to deviant sects, Aap Sampradayas, that twisted Lord Chaitanya's teachings. These groups exploited people's emotions and concealed immoral behavior that society wouldn't accept. Because of this, the word Vaishnav became linked with ignorance and poor morals. The few true devotees left were householders or renunciates who lived in seclusion, avoiding bad influences but not attempting to reform society. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, however, recognized the value of Gaudiya Vaishnavism and worked tirelessly to revive, spread, and protect Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. While some educated Hindus shared Hindu ideas with the West and some Gaudiya Vaishnavas believed Lord Chaitanya's prophecy of global Sankirtan was near, Bhaktivinoda Thakur took a practical approach. He studied Western philosophies through the lens of Gaudiya theology, presenting Mahaprabhu's message in a fresh and relevant way. His vision exceeded what others believed possible. He dreamed of spreading Gaudiya Vaishnavism worldwide and took the first steps to make it a reality. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote that the teachings of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu were universal and not limited to any particular group. He saw Kirtana as a spiritual practice that welcomed all people, regardless of caste or background, and envisioned it becoming the foundation of a global spiritual movement. In his view, this universal approach would eventually replace all sectarian religious institutions that excluded outsiders from places of worship. He emphasized in his writings that Lord Chaitanya did not appear only to liberate a few individuals in India but to spread the eternal Dharma across the entire world and even the universe. Referring to Lord Chaitanya's prophecy in Sri Caitanya Bhagavata, he was certain that the Lord's name would be sung in every town and village. Although a pure Vaishnav society had not yet formed, he expressed confidence that it would soon emerge, as purity naturally develops over time, even from an imperfect beginning. Looking toward the future, he wrote about his vision of Harinama Sankirtan spreading worldwide. He longed for the day when people from Western countries such as England, France, Russia, Prussia, and America would take up banners, drums, and cymbals, joyfully chanting through their streets. He imagined a time when Western devotees, chanting praises of Lord Chaitanya, would embrace Vaishnavas from India with brotherly affection. In his writings, he expressed his deep desire for a time when all narrow sectarian divisions would dissolve, merging like rivers into the vast ocean of Vaishnav Dharma, where divine love, prema, would be the only true religion. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur had made progress in reviving Lord Chaitanya's pure teachings, but his dream of uniting the East and West in Krishna Bhakti still seemed far away. One night, Lord Jagannath appeared to him in a dream and said, "I did not bring you to Puri for legal work but to establish Vaishnav philosophy." Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur responded that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings had become weak and that he lacked the strength to restore them. He pleaded for help, asking the Lord to send someone from his personal staff to begin the movement. Lord Jagannatha then instructed him to pray to Bimala Devi. Just as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had appeared in response to the prayers of Sri Advait Prabhu, Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati was sent to fulfill the prayers of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Even before his birth, his great-grandfather had foretold on his deathbed that an extraordinary sadhu, holy man, would take birth in Bhaktivinoda Thakur's family. An astrologer, tasked with creating a birth chart for the newborn, announced that the baby had all 32 characteristics of a great person as described in the scriptures. The astrologer continued, "I have studied many horoscopes in my life, but I have never encountered one with all the signs of an eminent personality. This child will become world famous as a teacher of the ultimate goal of life." Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, born as Bimala Prasad, was the 6th of 13 children and the 4th of 8 sons. He was the 3rd child of Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur's second wife, Srimati Bhagavati Devi. He was often called Bimala or by the nicknames Bimu or Binu. His younger brothers, following Bengali tradition, called him Nada, meaning 4th brother.